Welcome to Center Pull Shell. This is Rachelle, and I am working on Vlogtober Day 2. I'm hoping I can stick to this, but I can't make any guarantees. So, today I'm getting started a little bit late because I had lots of other things to do, but I started playing around with this idea yesterday. I didn't like how it was working up, so I frogged it all, and just today I decided, well, maybe I can give this another shot. So what you see here is leftover scrap yarns. Some of it was my son's. Some of it was when I was buying yarn and I didn't know what I was doing, like these three. Some of this is frog from something else, I believe. And I think this is the one piece that just doesn't go. This is yarn that I used recently in a project, and I'm just kind of torn. I feel like I want to use it, but I don't think it goes. So what I'm going to do is try and make myself a scrappy tote bag, a little project bag. So I've already made one in a rainbow of colors using my pop shelf yarn, and I do have a video about that. I just need to get it published. But for today's Vlogtober, I thought I would go ahead and try and make a base for my bag. And I'm going to do two strands. I'm using a 7 millimeter hook. I don't know what um, letter that is. If you know, let me know in the comments. Okay. So also with this yarn, this is the yarn I don't like. It splits, it's slippery. I just don't really like it. And when I purchased this years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about yarn. I think it's a 3, and all the rest of these are 4. I'm going to try and use this up. So I'm going to combine it with, I think this is probably a red heart yarn, which is kind of like my go-to. I know it has a bad rep, but I kind of like red heart yarn, even if it is a little tough. I like working with it, and the cost is reasonable. And what I'm going to do, um, when I made my first bag, I kind of winged it. I used a little inspiration from here, a little inspiration from there. So I don't know how this is going to work with these balls rolling all over the place. I don't have anywhere to put them so that they don't do that. I'm going to start by chaining 24. I guess I need to get myself a little basket to put on my desk here until I get myself a nice setup for crocheting. Now, I do like the way that lighter red color goes with that more burgundy color. So they look good together. So that's 24. I should have brought some stitch markers over here. Let me grab a few. Okay, let's get some stitch markers. All right, so we got 24. And I think I'm going to do double crochets for this. So then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 more and come back and double crochet in that third loop from the extra 3 and stitch 24. So then I'm going to do that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the 3 counted as a stitch, the 3 chains. So we got 6 chains here. Let's make, 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And I'm going to put my stitch marker here. So then we're going to do 24 back across of double crochets. I don't like that big hole right there, but maybe it will Now my other bag, I use half double crochets, but I just want to do something different. I think half double crochets make a sturdier bag, especially if you're not doing a lining. But let's see what happens with the, did I say half double crochet? Anyway, I think the half double crochets make a sturdier bag, but we're going to see. And maybe I can find some scrap fabric somewhere and line this bad boy. I really need a basket. Okay, so let's make sure I probably should have put a stitch marker here too. I don't think I need to, but let's do it anyway. I won't use red because then it won't show up very well. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Why am I missing one? Maybe I didn't count right the first time. I don't know. What am I doing wrong already? Let me just keep going. My count might be a little off, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to put 6 in this hole, in this first chain. Right, and then I'm just going to go back and meet. This is going to be too holy and stretchy. This isn't right. Let's redo that stitch. This is the part of this that I do not like doing, the back side of the chain. It's always so iffy to me. I wonder if I go in between, will that work? I'm gonna try it. That's gonna leave a hole. That's why people go through the back of the loop instead of the side, but we're gonna see what happens. No, I don't like the way that looks. So how am I gonna make this work? So what I'm trying to do is eliminate some of the holes that are gonna end up in the bottom of this. Let's see if I do it like this, will that make a difference? Oh, that makes it even worse. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna go through the loops like I normally would and see what happens. And then I'm gonna slip stitch into that first stitch or the third stitch of the chain. Pull the yarn through, that would be great. Must be tired making ridiculous mistakes, but I'm leaving them in. Okay, so there we go. The beginning of the base. I didn't put any stitch markers down here, so maybe I should go ahead and do that. Just so I can make sure on my ends that I keep it the same. All right. Don't like that big hole there. Why isn't it big down here? It's huge down here. And there's no way to tighten it up. Okay, so chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and double crochet. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in each of the ends. What's this hole so big? What did I do? I didn't want to start over. Maybe I can tighten it up later. I can fix it. Okay. So then I'm just gonna double crochet down the side. So I'm just gonna tie on the other one. Do I want to change colors? Or do I want to keep going with that same color? I think I'm gonna keep going with this same color. So I'm just going to actually take this stitch out so I can have some more yarn to tie off so that my tail will be long enough to weave in. And I know we shouldn't be knotting, but this is how I do it. For now, I try not to make a tight knot, and if I want to come back, I can take it loose later. Make sure of the stitches. I probably need to move the stitch markers. That's 12. Now we're going to go back down the side. So I can tell already this is much neater, even though it's more stretchy. It's neater than my original bag because the ends came out or coming out much nicer, except for the hole. The hole is an issue. I could easily weave some yarn in there and tighten that up though. So let's go ahead and do our chain 3, chain 3, and then 2, then 1, 2, then 1. So this is 1, this is going to be 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. If only I had watched a tutorial before I did my other bag, I probably wouldn't have had such a tough time. It turned out nice in the end, but it was rough going in the beginning. Just making sure I did the stitches correctly. Then I'm gonna go all the way back down to the other end when I get my stitch right. Let's see if I can make this count come out right. We should have 18 on the ends. It's funny, this yarn that I don't like, oh, I bought it so long ago. I don't know what kind of yarn it was. I don't even remember why I bought it. But then when my sons, yeah. But then when my son started crocheting, he asked if I had any yarn I didn't want. So at the time, I didn't know it was not the best kind of yarn. But anyway, so I told him he could use that. And so I guess he used it for whatever he was making. It's been so long ago, I don't remember. And then he took it loose, and I was like, or he didn't want whatever it was that he had started anymore. So I didn't want to just throw the yarn away. So I frogged it. I took it loose. He didn't want to. I took it loose and balled it. And here I am trying to use it once again. So yeah, I'm trying to save it instead of tossing it. Doesn't look so great with all the markers. I could probably take those middle ones out now. So I think the tutorial calls for going around again at least one more time. I don't know. I haven't watched the whole tutorial, but technically, I think this is probably plenty big enough. But because I want to use all the yarn, and it would be nice to have a different size. I'll probably use this as a project bag. It will be nice to have a different size. I'm probably going to do the next round. But I'm going to stop here for tonight and come back and do that next round in a different video. Let's see how big it is right now. Ooh, it's over 12 inches. It's about 14 inches in length and about long and about 4.5 inches wide. Also, I think I have some gray yarn just like this that I should dig through my stash and find and use it when this one runs out, maybe as my second strand. We'll see. So I'm going to sleep on this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and edit this, get this up, and then I'll be back with the next part for day 3 of Vlogtober. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you like videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.